AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe. Guess the roles have reversed because I ain't smiling tonight.
You know, when I wipe the glasses, yeah, I want to see how you hold your composure tonight. Let's see how cool. Let's see the cool flea tonight. All that bullshit you were talking last. Yeah, no intro. We don't deserve an intro. The Knicks don't deserve an intro. We gonna get right to it. Back-to-back bad losses tonight to the Charlotte Hornets. Before we get to the basketball talk, I don't like to say content because we really love this shit. So it's nothing fake about this. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. My brother Flea in the building, AllBall TV. Big shout out Fabian, Uncle Weiss, Kel, Dime Dropper. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Please hit that like button. Y'all celebrated with us last night, hitting that 10K. Much appreciated.
For real.
Let's get all the glazing out. Let's get all the glazing out the way because this is gonna be so serious. I'm not yelling. I'm not doing none of that. I ain't gonna go on no rant. This is gonna be serious. But a big shout out to everybody in the chat. Please hit the like button. Please share, like, subscribe. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant Tori B is in the building.
La
Now, Tori B, before we get this thing started, I'll be saying a lot of stuff and I'll be watching your comments. I want to see how you feel tonight. Tori B, I want to see how you feel tonight. Hey, Flea, I love it when they early. Right on time. The beautiful, the lovely. Darlene Bryant is in the building. Y'all know the drill. Please say what's up to the beautiful ladies and be respectful.
Darlene B, what up, baby?
Flea, we lost again, blowout. Lost by 17 to the Charlotte Hornets. I'm gonna let you cook first because you don't really get to set things off in these last couple of days. You've been very reserved. I think you've been bottling some things up. I think you've been full of shit. In a great way. I want to hear the real Flea tonight. I don't know who that was yesterday. I don't know who that was a couple days ago. But back to back, because the way you break down the game sometimes, people really need to understand that. Back-to-back losses. First to the Spurs, with no Wemby, no Fox, and then, blowout again at Charlotte. Before I let you cook, let me say this. I never watched the full Charlotte Hornets game till tonight, right? And when you watch some of the players on the floor, it's like, yo, who the hell is that?
Just like Mamu last night, right? Just like Mamu last night. Right.
No, but you know what though, Flea? But Mamu, for some reason, when he gets the ball, he looks like an NBA player, right? Tonight, I understand Bridges' ball. But the other guys, and I don't never want to go too far and say why somebody in the league. No, because I wish I was able to play in the league. So I give guys that respect. But watching this game, I'm like, hold up. What is this on the court? I'm going to let you cook, Flea. Please, I would love your opinion tonight. A blowout game to the Charlotte Hornets. The bench, which you are very high on, and you've been consistent with the bench ain't shit. I used to try to back him up. You were totally correct. The bench tonight was scoreless until the fourth quarter.
Until that three.
Shamit, Campaign, and Precious O'True at this point, I'm going to be honest, looks like they don't belong in the league. And that's not trolling. That's not being funny. Flea, the floor is yours. Please, I would love to hear your opinion on what the hell is going on with Tom Thibodeau and his New York Knicks.
Well, I'm going to take a page out of your book to start this off. We ain't shit. We ain't shit. We not good. We not a good basketball team. Let's just call it how it is. We're not a good basketball team. We're not playing good basketball right now at all, from top to bottom. I don't care about the box score. Whoever is right now in the comments, anybody's watching right now, fuck the box score right now. I don't care about the double doubles. I don't care about plus minus. I don't care about who did what. We ain't shit. And we know we ain't shit, and we don't care. That's the biggest part for me. I talked about pride last night. We show no pride. We show no fight. We show no togetherness. We're not playing for each other. It doesn't look like fun for anybody out there right now. Nobody is having any fun. There's no joy. The ball is not popping, right? No, everybody's not touching it. Again, I don't care about no box scores no more. Miss me with that shit. We know who does what and who and where what and all that type. We know. But when you're not playing as a team, it is glaring. Because guess what? When you walk into an arena against a team that is inferior, they're going to kick your ass. And that's exactly what's happened on back-to-back nights. We're not shooting the ball well. We're not defending. This team damn near shot 50% from the field and 50% from three tonight. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing at this point. It's embarrassing. We miss Jalen Brunson terribly. Let me just say that out loud. We miss him terribly. Nobody gets us into what we need to get into. Love Deuce McBride. That's not his role. That's not his role. Shame on you, Tom Thibodeau, for not playing Kolek. Fucking shame on you for not playing Tyler Kolek. There's no way Campaign should be getting these minutes anymore. No way. When we have nobody to get us into our offense. There is no way. It's unbelievable at this point, OG. I was laughing and joking last night because tough loss, bad loss, but you know, I thought we were the team that was capable of bouncing back, knowing that we took a bad loss last night. It's embarrassing. Hold yourselves accountable. Tibbs, they're not fighting for you right now. They're not fighting for you. They're not making you look good as a coach right now. They're not making you look good. No adjustments are happening. You're not playing the right lineups. You text me. I'm a little ahead of you, so I saw the guys coming back in. But even I said to myself right before you text me, I said, how long is he going to allow this bench to try to fight and get back into this game? They can't do it. They don't have it. Precious's confidence shot. Gone. That is due to Tom Thibodeau. You can't yank him out the lineup after him playing 25 to 30 games this year. Big minutes. You yank him out. You don't play him no more. Now you throw him back in the fire and he's supposed to be great? He's not that type of guy. We're being mismanaged right now. We're being mismanaged right now. Guys are not holding themselves accountable. We're inconsistent. And again, the defensive side of the basketball is terrible. It's terrible. It's awful. It's bad. It's bad. It's embarrassingly bad. I feel terrible for this ball club right now. Because if we're about 10 to 13 games away from the playoffs. If we're going to roll into the playoffs like this, and I'm not even talking about hitting shots and all that type of shit. Play with some fucking fight, with some attitude, with some grit. These niggas out-rebounded us again, 50 rebounds for them. They outscored us in the paint again. We fucking soft, bro. We soft. There's no toughness whatsoever. It's nasty now. It's nasty. It's nasty. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's extremely embarrassing. We got a lot of work to do. I thought we were going to go 4-0 this week. 4-0. It was very possible to do that.
Right. What was it? Miami, San Antonio, Charlotte, and then I think Washington.
We could go into what Washington got a win against Denver the other day.
Right.
Alex Saw is playing his ass off right now. Alex Saw, top pick, is playing his ass off right now.
Jordan Poole with the game winner. We forget how good he is, because of whatever happened with him in Golden State and, just Washington being terrible. But, yeah, go ahead. I'm going to let you finish. Go ahead.
Mark Williams was destroying Cat tonight. Destroying him. Mark Williams might have had 20 and 15 tonight. I might be off.
Oh, and is that the kid that was supposed to get traded to the Lakers?
To the Lakers. Yes, sir.
Let me just say this before I let you continue to cook. That nigga's dirt. He wouldn't have made no difference with the Lakers. He is terrible. No, but against us, like everybody, Flea.
That's
career
my
nights.
Point. That's my point. That is my point right there. There is no way. Where is y'all pride, bro? We love basketball. I played it to where, like, again, you blood, sweat, and tears. I love it. At some point, you got to be like, yo, he's not scoring on me anymore. They're not going to run the same play again and get the same shot. Teams get wide open threes, OG. Wide open. To the point they could set their feet. Give a little shoulder shrug. Let me get my balance right. Nobody in 5 to 10 feet of you. Are you kidding me? Nah, this team is soft. This team don't have no toughness. We're going to get punked. Let us play Detroit in the first round. I was flirting around with that last episode. I could say some shit with my chest right now. Let us play Detroit in the first round and think that soft, not bringing physicality, not crashing the glass, not being who we are very capable of, not doing none of that shit. Y'all see what the fuck Cade Cunningham doing right now? Y'all see what he doing right now?
Yeah, but Flea,
they young and good and don't even know how good they are.
But we can't just think about Detroit and look past an Indiana Pacers team who's been coming along decent throughout the season. That's been a thorn in our side for years. Great, well said. I know you're gonna have a lot more to say. Let me just say this. The only thing that can help us right now is Coach Carter, Samuel Jackson. That's the only coach right now that will get this shit in line is Coach Carter. But in all seriousness, everybody, please hit that like button. Share, like, subscribe, man. Please hit that like button, y'all. I don't want to say I told you so to everybody in the chat, but I told you so. When we have, it's difficult to have real basketball talk when it comes to our Knicks. Because we are the greatest fan base ever. Big shout out Tori B for the $9.99 super chat.
Appreciate you,
Listen, man, love you to death. Yeah, she always show love. Right.
She's amazing. We really appreciate
it. Gotta read her comment. OG, I'm putting my For You fitted on. You are right. Tibbs trying to get fired. Flea agreed. Tibbs crew crushes Precious pride. Bitch that man for no reason. He was playing well. I want to punch Tibbs so bad. Let me just say this. Let's go back to last night. This is where I know the Knicks are not going to do anything. Last night, a rookie that I never heard of, I've never seen, did something against us that Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird has never done.
Never done.
I'm going to say it again. A nigga we never heard of from the bench did something, made history that LeBron, Kobe, and Mike and the greats never did. 34 points in 19 minutes, 12 or 13 from the field, 7 or 7 from 3. We were so bad, Flavor Flav celebrated with the Spurs, and he's from New York. We were so bad, Flavor Flav celebrated with the Spurs. Where did he come from? It's no more fun and jokes. We have to start being honest as Knicks fans. For me, it's no more fun and jokes. It's no more being biased. It's no more being so much in love with your team and your players that you just overlook everything else. I said it last night and I'm going to say it again. When you break down our roster, we have C-level guys getting max money. We gave OG max money. Now, granted, he's been playing decent. We gave up 5 picks for Bridges. Look at Cat's contract. It's bad. Let me just say this. I do miss our heart. But you and my brother Fabian told me we had no chance of re-signing him. So we have to forget that. We had no chance to keep it
I do
our
miss him, though. I do
right.
miss him.
No, because I see the chat. I do not miss Julius Randle. Do not tell me Randle and what's my guy name? DiVincenzo would have made a difference this season. Stop. Because in the beginning of the season, Cat was playing at an MVP level. I don't know what happened. But tonight, I'm not blaming it on no point guard. I'm not blaming it on none of that. We have the better team, the better talent. We should have the better coach, the veteran coach. And we lost. You know why? Because we ain't shit. We get outplayed, out hustled. That's just what it is. When you really watch,
it really is that simple.
When you really watch OG and Josh Hart, offensively, they are not good. They have no handle. They have no jump shot. They have no moves. We have to start being honest. We have guys that should be great coming off the bench, or we should not depend on them or rely on them. We are relying on OG right now to be our second best player. What? Tibbs rotations is terrible. I said this a while ago, Flea. They gave up on Tibbs, and Tibbs gave up on them. Shamit, Campaign, and Precious Ochua at this point does not belong in the league. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't know what it is.
Tough.
I don't know if God,
because Precious was playing so well, right? And it's tough because that is a true indictment on Tom Thibodeau. I will say that, OG. That's a true indictment on Tibbs. There's no way that you rely on him the way you did. And whether anybody agrees that he played at a high level or not, he played well and did some things for us that allowed us to be the team that we were for the first 2-3 quarters of the season. Mitch comes back and now you yank him like that. I don't think that's a true indictment on Tibbs, especially if we are in dire need of production off the bench. Fuck points, just production. Somebody coming off the bench with a pulse like this, it could get ugly, and that's what I'm saying. Don't let the Knicks go into the playoffs and get fucking swept. Don't go in the playoffs and get fucking swept. But
see, when I was arguing with Fabian, and I was telling y'all, everybody get hung up on that 3rd, 4th seed. We are not a good 3rd or 4th seed. We all watch the games. We all claim we know the game. When you watch the landscape of the NBA, we are not a good team. We have guys that are getting paid as if they are at that level. I'm sorry. Listen, we will have to get that print on a shirt, sample size, because we use that a lot now. I've seen enough sample size of Cat and Bridges and Shamit and Payne and Precious. Pack them up, bro. Listen, y'all laugh at me. Y'all tell me I'm crazy. Y'all tell me we don't need a superstar. Y'all tell me we don't need a coaching change. How do y'all feel now? We are doing this, and this is all at the wrong time.
Yo, gee, it's you haven't been more right and more. I haven't been. We need to go back in the archives and look. There's not this many times where I've had to come here and say, "Yo, you're right." You're right.
But hold on. But you know what else, Free? But real quick, you know what else too? And I would love for you to respond to this. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Please, once again, hit that like button. Please don't mind our appearance, our face, our look. We are very upset. We are very stressed. But Flea, I've been saying this as well. People complain about us being not healthy, the bench being this, being that. When we were healthy, we were still struggling with bad teams. When we were healthy, we were still struggling with Detroit, which is not a bad team, who beat us twice. Washington, Atlanta. We get beat by Chicago. We struggle with Toronto, even though we beat them, it goes down to the wire. Help me understand, Flea, even when we were healthy, where Cat was playing at an MVP level, Brunson on the court, Josh Hart doing everything he does, we were still struggling. So please, Flea, you analyzing these last two games, what do you think it is?
I'm going to lean on what I've been leaning on. I'm not moving off of that. It's the defense. It's the defense. And for a Tom Thibodeau team that is supposed to always be prepared on the defensive end, we stink. We stink. We could blame it on anything else. The fact of the matter is we don't get stops. We don't even look like we know how. That's what's bothering me. We don't even look like we know how. I don't care what we're gonna get on the offensive end. If we can't stop anybody, we can't. It was like 3:23 to go in the third quarter. We got the lead down to 5. Cat gave up a 3, and then he gave up an easy layup. That was 5 points. We went right back down to 10 in like a minute and a half. We don't stop nobody, man. It's I don't know what else to say about it, man. I've never seen, a quality Knicks team be this bad on defense. I'm not. This is awful. This is.
All right, let me take it a step further.
Man. I'm at a
loss. No, hold on. Big shout out Fabian is in the building. Let me take it a step further. Everybody in the chat, please, I need y'all to respond to this. Please, y'all know we don't ask y'all for much because y'all show up and y'all show out every time. But I need y'all to respond to this. Flea, please, help me. Because I don't hear nobody talking about this. We know Jalen Brunson is injured. We know that ankle hit the floor. So it's not guaranteed when he comes back he's going to be fully healthy. We're not winning the championship this season. Should Jalen Brunson shut it down and give us the built-in excuse when we do flame out? We can say we didn't have our guy. No. But before you respond too quickly, let me say it again, and I need you to think about it. Should Jalen Brunson shut it down? What's the purpose of coming back? Hold on, Fleet, no, slow down. Let me cook because I'm gonna let you fry this thing. I need everybody in the chat, please. If Jalen Brunson comes back, and we know he's not going to be 100% healthy, because now he's going to be rushed back because it's going to be playoff time, and you got to get those couple games in and get into game shape and get into some type of rhythm. And let's say we do lose in the first or the second round. Is it worth it? Or should the mindset be, hey, let's shut it down. And next season we come back fully healthy and hopefully we make some changes. Please, your thoughts.
I would say this. You got to be careful with his ankle, right? We want to be cautious. We want to look to the future because that is our guard going forward with the future. Jalen Brunson, I don't think is that type of guy. I think if Jalen Brunson could play right now, they said he's out the walking boot. I just saw that report that he's out the walking boot. So I'm sure if he wanted to jump out there right now, he would want to play. The ankle is not going to be fully healthy. I'm not a guy that's on the side of not playing if you are healthy. So you ain't gonna get me to say that. I understand the logic though of going into next season being healthy. I think if anybody's been watching Knicks Rehab faithfully this year, y'all have heard me say on a couple of occasions, I'm kind of looking ahead. I'm more interested in what this Knicks team looks like next year, because I knew this year was going to be a lot of ups and downs, a lot of different things that we was going to have to work through. We knew. I said this at the beginning of the year. So for now, it ain't gonna make no difference. It's not. He comes back healthy. He comes back 75, 85%. We win a first round series. Okay. We're gonna play Boston or Cleveland in the second round. There's no other way to cut it. Are we beating them in a 7-game series? And as he goes on, putting more and more wear and tear on the ankle, is it going to get any more healthier? No, it's not. So I'm in the middle with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm in the middle with it because I can't see him coming back and hurting us. We need his scoring. We need his leadership. He's our engine.
I agree, but for me, we have to really understand. Brunson saved us $100 million for this, and this is why I was so upset last season. Everybody was injured. That man put us on his back, and we couldn't pull out one game at home. And now we're doing the same thing. This was the purpose of getting a cat, trading for a cat. We have 2 guys now that one go down, one can hold it down. I'm gonna be honest. If I'm Brunson and his pops and his team, I'm shutting it down. This doesn't make any sense. We have to go back to the drawing board once again. Tibbs has to go. I keep telling y'all that. Y'all never believed me. Y'all thought I was crazy, which I am crazy. It's all good. But Tibbs has to go. I've been telling y'all this. He's not a good head coach. He's just not. He has enough to work with to where we shouldn't be losing these games. Now, I'm not going to say, because it's difficult when we play against the big dogs. I get it. But it's nowhere in the world we should struggle all season with teams that we are clearly better than. No matter how bad our defense is, Flea, and our defense is horrendous. I said it last night. Cat is the worst defensive player I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry. I understand how bad Brunson is. Cat is twice as bad. Cat is twice as bad. So for me, I don't think it's worth Brunson coming back. Get fully healthy. And we need to be in that off season. Right now, we need to be tampering with coaches and with players.
We need to be tampering? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we need to be tampering. Seriously. Spo don't look happy. Like I said, I wouldn't mind Chauncey Billups. It's a plethora of coaches out there, maybe some good college. I don't know. And I'm not saying, Flea, we have to get these guys. But listen, man, I watch how that Orlando Magic team's head coach coached them guys up. Mm-hmm. I watch the passion. I watch everything. I watch that coach for the Detroit Pistons. I see the difference they make. Stop telling me they're not those teams. The difference is the coaching. That shit is real. I see it in the timeouts. I see it at the podium after the games. I see it in the huddles. We need a different voice, Flea. We need somebody that know the fucking game of basketball. That know how to push guys. I'm sorry, Flea. I'm taking it there. And this is not for you to respond. I'm just saying, for me, I've seen enough of Tom Thibodeau from Chicago to Minnesota to the Knicks. He's not a good head coach. I'm sorry. He's mediocre, bro.
I ain't gonna argue with you about Tibbs tonight.
He's mediocre.
There's no legs to stand on right now with it. I just, like I always tell you, OGI, it's very, very hard to come by good coaching in this league. As much as we see around the league, yeah, there's good head coaches. Very, very hard to come by good head coaching. So you know, we fired Tibbs, man. We have to bring somebody in here that could deal with what's being dealt with, what he has to deal with. New York City expectations walking through the door. We need somebody that could hold that on their shoulders. You saying Chauncey Billups? Okay, it sounds good. Fabian always says Jeff Van Gundy. I may have to think about that a little more, just for me. But if that's somebody that's viable, cool. You talking about Spo is pissed off in Miami, right? They lost 9 games in a row. This is the longest losing streak in his career. You know, big shout out to Jose Romero. Yeah. Big shout out to Jose Romero, Ty Lue. You know, we need to check the temperature on a lot of things. But at the end of the day, it's what's going to happen on the court. And if the guys on the court don't play with no heart going forward, man, it doesn't matter who's coaching. It doesn't matter who's coaching. Yeah, these guys are soft.
But Flea, soft, man. Flea, we can all clearly see that, and I'm not giving guys excuses because there shouldn't be no excuse. But we clearly see the players and the coach don't like each other. Bro, we can clearly see it from the body language, from the play on the court. We can clearly see those guys don't want to play, which is wrong because you're a professional. You're an adult. You're not a child. So however you feel about the coach, it shouldn't count to your play on the court. But it's clear. It is clear that those guys don't want to play for Tom Thibodeau. And it is clear Tom Thibodeau don't want to coach them. I watched everything on the court. The body language from everybody is terrible. And once again, look at the coaching staff.
But that's real quick, OG, but that's what we saying, Avery. We saying, like, we don't need to single out just Cat being soft. As a team, as a whole, we are not playing tough basketball. Everybody is soft looking as a whole. Yeah, individually, guys can play tough and have tough moments. But we are not playing as a cohesive unit at all right now. We're not playing for each other. And when you're not playing for your teammates and not playing for each other, that is fucking soft. That's not tough. That's selfish. And it's showing up in the wins. It's showing up in the wins and loss column right now against teams that are ready for the lottery. They don't give a fuck about the rest of the 15 games. They ready for the lottery.
Yo,
they scouting the NCAA tournament. They don't give a damn about this.
A Flea, players are getting contracts on how they play against the Knicks. Think about all these players that you never heard of.
That's funny.
But think about it. Now that kid from San Antonio last night, now eyes is going to be on him. Now teams may say, because he look about 6'9", 6'10".
Nigga, he's got an NBA body. He could shoot it. He could play. Let me know he could play.
And without last night, you wouldn't even know who he is. Tonight, I seen 2-3 players from the Charlotte Hornets had some energy, knocked down some shots, showed a little toughness. And this is all against our Knicks. Guys are making careers and making lives for themselves and getting contracts on how they play against us. That's how bad we are as a collective. How long are we going to keep saying Cat is soft? We knew Cat was soft since Minnesota. Don't use him as a scapegoat. And I'm not defending him. I can't defend him, Fleet. But doesn't Bridges look soft? Doesn't the coach look soft?
Yes, I think nobody.
You get what I'm saying? So let's stop making Cat the scapegoat because that's the easy thing to say. We know that already. Tell me something we don't know. See, y'all really think Julius Randle and DiVincenzo would save us or help us beat a Cleveland or a Boston or OKC? Stop.
I don't think, but see, I don't think that's really the sentiment though, OG. I think what that's really leaning on is how they played. They never dog it. I'm looking at Bridges be dogging it sometimes, and we've been on Bridges' neck all season. But I watch him, his body language when shots are not falling. He don't give a damn about going back on the other end and getting a stop. And it's a lot of guys like that. Like, we don't play DiVincenzo, whether you was better than him or not. He's going at you, and he's going to try to get a stop. He's going to try on the defensive end. We can hate or love Julius Randle, but at the end of the day, that's his makeup of just being a tough, hard-nosed player. The talent is the extra shit, but he's going to play tough. We don't have nobody that plays tough.
Now, Fleet, let me ask you this, right? Because people, are so hell-bent on last year and the toughness and the chemistry and the grit and the grime. We didn't get to the conference finals or the finals, y'all. Let's stop acting like, Randall and DiVincenzo and Ahart got us to the finals and then we just gave up on them. So if we get to the second round and lose, what is the difference? I get the grit, the grime, I get all of that. But the team we had last year compared to, the big dogs, we wasn't winning no championship. That's just us being diehard Knicks fans and being, I'm going to speak for myself, being out of my mind. And yes, we were injured. Randall was always injured. Mitch is always injured. That's nothing new, Flea. You get what I'm saying? Listen, I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of it. I said this a while ago. I'm going to say it again. This is reminiscent of the 90s, where you have a team, you so in love with them, you feel you never have to upgrade. Flea, that's your thing. We have to upgrade.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. With the attitude, the spirit, the grit, and the grind of the team last year, I'm just not even just talking about the players. I'm talking about the spirit, the attitude, how we played. If that translated into the team we have today, do you know the type of team we would have, OG? Is what I'm saying. That is really my point. It ain't really about getting back Julius, Ihart, all those guys. I'm just talking about how tough we played last year, we played with a level of desperation and won 50 games. There's no desperation on our side right now. We don't play with it.
But Flea, this is what I don't understand. We all agreed we wasn't going to be able to keep our heart. So we need to stop. We need to stop with the fantasy as if we was able to keep our heart. I'm going to be honest with you. Love you to death. Love everybody in the comments. I hated our team last year. You know that. I never liked Julius Randle. Now, I'm a root for my team. But once again, where did that grit, that grind, where did it get us? We couldn't win a game 7 at home against bum-ass Indiana. And I'm going to keep standing on that. And as injured as we was, we still had DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and Ahart. And Brunson got hurt in the game. He played some of game 7 at home. So all that grit, all that grind, I get what you're saying. But where did it get us? Once again, as Knicks fans, as a Knicks organization, we always put all our stock into B-level, C-plus level players. And that's just what it is. We get our superstar in a Patrick Ewing, a Carmelo Anthony, a Jalen Brunson. And then you know what we do? We put C-level guys around them. A la Oakley, John Starks, a la Jeremy Lin, a la Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges. Seriously, Fleet. I'm being for real. That's what we always do as an organization, and we expect to compete with teams like a Boston Celtics who got a third or fourth option that's better than our starters in a Derek White. Like, come on, bro. We got to start being honest. We watch this shit. We're not good as a basketball team. Defensively, we're horrific, and we're badly coached. I do not understand what do people see. And we were badly coached last year. Like you said, that was all grit, and that was just guys, just fighting for each other. I definitely give you that. But we were still badly coached. And we're badly coached today. We have a plethora of problems that we have to figure out, because that 3-year window that I said we're gonna have, one of the years is done. We ain't winning no fucking championship this year.
No.
So now, Fleet, ask you, and I need everybody in the chat to please participate. We go into next season with the same roster, with the same coach. What do you expect?
Same roster, same coach. You would have to expect us to be better because you get a year under your belt of guys getting chemistry. Basketball is about chemistry. If people don't want to be honest about that, I'm gonna help you be honest with yourself. It's about chemistry. So I would think we would be better, but in terms of championship, no. There's little tweaks that have to go on. And I don't care what nobody says. If you're not playing for each other, if you don't like playing with each other, we ain't going to be nothing. Our bench has to be better. If we are going to change the coach, we need to get a coach in here that, one, is going to be no nonsense, right? And I'm talking about a guy that's going to hang his hat on defending. Everybody out here can score in the NBA right now. There's a billion offensive minds in the NBA right now. But the guys that have been successful, the young coaches that have been successful, have hung their hat on being able to coach your team to play fucking defense. Why is Taylor Jenkins so good? Memphis plays defense. Why is Udoka so good? Houston defends. Why is Orlando still doggy paddling and still relevant after losing Suggs and all of that? Jamal Mosley coaches defense. And I just named 3 young coaches, 3 younger coaches. Fuck the offensive end of the basketball right now. Can you figure out how to defend? Get guys on our roster that's willing to do that. Oh, Jabari Smith, he defends. Oh, Dylan Brooks, he defends. Van Vliet, same height as AllBall. It's going to be tough defensively. Now it's infectious around the rest of the team. So now you're going to get a guy like Jalen Green who never thought about playing defense. It's going to give effort. Sengun figuring out how to defend. Yeah, this changes got to be made, OG. If we go into the next season, we're going to be the same team. We might be slightly better just because we together another year, but we're going to be the same team. Nothing different.
Just to answer my own question, respect your opinion, love it. I think we'll be worse because now you have teams like Indiana, Orlando, Detroit, also with another year under their belt, healthy, and I think the jig is up and the word is out. You have teams and coaches on the opposing side basically picking on us and out coaching us. Guys, teams know how bad our defense is. Teams know how bad Cat is on the defensive end, and they pick on that all night. But we don't pick out no mismatches. None. I've seen Tibbs coach one game this season that was good, and that was when he kept Bridges on the bench and kept deucing the game because, it was the right choice. But for the whole season, it was just give Brunson the ball and let him cook. That's it. There's no plays random. Like I said, I put in my story early in IG. This looks like a YMCA game.
The ball don't pop. The ball don't pop, OG. You know how you watch certain teams and guys are moving, setting screens away from the basketball, moving without the basketball. The ball is popping. It touches 4 or 5 hands before a shot goes up. One nigga touches the rock, and that shit is going up. We don't run nothing.
Fleet, I said it a while ago, and everybody laughed at me. We have guys that will not start on championship or great teams. I'm sorry. And we have to start looking into that. When you look at some of these starting fives and then the 1 or 2, maybe 3 guys that's coming off the bench for some of these teams, it's just mind-boggling. You made a comment last night that was perfect. Tyler Johnson, Beasley. Look how good those guys are coming off the bench compared to a Sherman and a Payne. Come on, bro. Like we have to start being honest. This is our history. This is what we do. We either get guys that are C-level or we get guys that's past their prime. Like, come on. When Carmelo, granted, great players, We got Jason Kidd and Rasheed Wallace when they was way past their prime. And we expect Melo to do something with that? With Raymond Felton and all them bum-ass niggas? Like, come on, man. When we had Pat, yo, man, that man should be sitting on the side, gas, whole body in ice packs. Why? Because he got to literally do everything. You ain't never getting no 20 and 15 games from Charles Oakley, bum-ass Charles Smith.
Ooh, Charles
We
Smith.
had Starks as our starting shooting guard going up against the fucking GOAT. And because we love these guys so much, we go, nah, we ain't got to upgrade because we tough and the grit and all that bullshit. I'm tired of that shit. The grit and the toughness gets us to the second round. It just does.
Oh,
And it's reminiscent of now. It's the same shit. All I hear all season. Nah, we shouldn't trade this person or that person. You crazy? Nobody's untradeable. Fuck is y'all talking about? Dallas got rid of Luka. We the same people that say, what? Trade Josh Hart, are you crazy? Man, get them niggas out of here. If it mean making the right move and getting the right player, everybody can fucking go. I do not understand. Hey, Fleet, listen. It is not the old school. Today's game, you have to have out of this world talent to be successful. I want to win a championship. I don't want to be competitive in the regular season. I don't want to get to the second round and be a third or fourth seed and flame out, and then we just doing that year in and year out. I want to compete and win a championship. We are losing to teams that are trying to lose. We are losing to teams to where it's like, how is that possible that they're outplaying us? Tom Thibodeau, I've been saying it, never was a fan of him. And Flea, you can attest to this. I've been on social media for over 3 years now. I've never liked Tom Thibodeau. Never. He has to be the first to go. And then from there, you allow whatever coach that's going to coach to say, these are the type of players I need. And then we got to go get them. But once again, when you see how OKC and Cleveland and Boston and now teams like Detroit, how the Lakers, how some of these teams is constructed, Flea, like, come on, man. Come on. Look what Jimmy Butler did for the Golden State Warriors. Granted, they lost a couple games and lost to a bad team. But now they are a threat in the playoffs. I'm just saying, for me, I'm tired of I'm just tired of not being in that championship talk and playing championship level type basketball. I'm tired of it. Flea, games like this, the big dog teams, this game is over in the first quarter. Games like this is over in the first quarter. Flea, we was never in the game, bro.
We don't compete. We don't compete. We don't compete. And I can agree to that. You know, looking at how they play, they don't play for him, right? You could see when a team is playing for their coach, when they enjoy playing for him, right? They're gonna fight for him. I don't see any fight. I don't see any fight. I see a lot of hanging heads. I see a lot of embarrassment. It's a lot of embarrassment. This ain't what we really signed. This ain't what we signed up for. Not this season, right? And so, but my thing is this. You know, we gotta build some level of consistency, though, OG. Right? You walk everybody out the door again. You know, it's not going to happen overnight. So we walk everybody out the door. We get the guys that, let's just say we get the guys you want in there. Does that turnover happen fast? Like, we don't have the talent. We don't have the coach at our disposal. We don't have that player. Like, that happens with generational type players. You could fire Mark Jackson and then bring Steve Kerr in and everything, lightning happens, and then you off to the races with a dynasty. That can happen over there.
Right. But Flea, but what do they have that we don't have? They have that guy that I was talking about. They have that superstar.
That generational talent is tough to grab. It's tough. Fired Bob Hill. David Robinson gets hurt. They tank. And then draft Tim Duncan. The rest is history. Right? Like, generational type guys. We don't have that guy at our disposal. So,
But Flea, you know, before we get out of here in a bit, and everybody, please hit that like button, man. We need them likes up. Hit the like button, please.
And
But
find some
Flea,
more subscribers. Word. We
yes,
need
yes.
more.
Come on, man. Listen, y'all. Yeah, listen. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Come on, man. Let's we at 10K. Let's keep it growing. Appreciate all of y'all. But Flea, my problem is you cannot go from a guy like Cat, you know, us naming him Bodega Cat, him showing some toughness, some fight, leading league in rebounds, for a little while playing at an MVP level, us looking legit to this. That should not and cannot happen. It just can't. And for me, I get what you're saying, but it is possible that one player can change a franchise and take you to the promised land. I seen Kawhi Leonard do it. Now, granted, Toronto was a good team, but we've seen
Players
it
like
done. Now,
that.
is that far-fetched sometimes? Right, I get it. But it's nowhere in the world you can't tell me a Giannis comes in and we still have Brunson and we put some decent players around him and we right there. I do
Do I,
believe that.
do I believe Giannis is that type of player? For sure. A franchise-changing player. Yes, there's only a couple of those, though, OG. And
Right,
if we get your hands on one, things change. But things
right.
change over time.
I get it,
You know the fan base we are. You the representative. You represent
yes.
the rabid Knick fan. If you want to know what a nut ass Knick fan looks like, voila, OG, AllBall. You know how this thing works, man.
Listen, Flea. We've been doing the same thing for 30 years and it hasn't worked. Which is get someone that we think is a superstar, right? Put mediocre talent around them and expect to win. Like I said, when you go back to the 90s, which, like I told you, you're basketball mind, you're a historian. When you go back to the 90s and watch some of those teams, how they were constructed from Detroit to Indiana to Miami, and then you fast forward even up to now and how these teams are constructed. From top to bottom, they are constructed great. We are never constructed great. What gets us over is our toughness and our grit. And that doesn't work over a period of time. Eventually, you have to have the talent.
It's hard to sustain that. It's hard to
Right.
sustain that, for sure.
Flea, it's hard. It's hard to have a Charles Oakley at that position playing those minutes and you can't get no production. Why you think Golden State's right? Why you think Golden State been struggling? Draymond Green is not giving a production from 5 to 10 years ago. Eventually, you have to have guys that have the talent. And today, the Joker is by far the best player in the world. Well, this year SGA is taking that title, but Joker is struggling, and he got Jamal Murray. That goes to show you how much talent you need today to be competitive. I'm not even talking about win a championship, but to beat the fucking depleted Spurs in a bad Hornets team.
That's insane.
Look,
it's insane.
LeBron had AD and was complaining. Giannis got Dame and is struggling. Are you kidding me? Look at what Boston has. You have to look at that and go, we have to do this thing right, or it's going to be a waste of time. And then you watch the teams on the come up, the Houstons, the Memphis, the Detroit, the Orlandos. They are on the right track. We are not on the right or the wrong track. We are on the same track we've been on since the 90s. And Flea, that's what I'm so upset about.
Gotta get it together, man. Gotta get it together. We got probably the worst. I thought Charlotte was the worst team in the NBA. You know, we could easily get our ass kicked by Washington because them, like I said, a lot of these young teams just don't even know how good they even are. Right? They just out there young, don't know how to play, just playing off of sheer, wanting to stay on the team, wanting to earn minutes. So these young niggas, they just playing hard, man, and kicking our ass.
At this point, like I said before we get out of here, at this point, it's hard for me to watch us. I was sitting on my couch like just cringing, bro. Cause it's just like bad three after bad three, just terrible defensive play, just and it's just like, yo, like when I'm watching the game, I'm thinking about Flea. I'm like, yo, he always say like, bro, we can't stop nobody. Nobody. Right now, at 47 years old, 5'8", if I got in shape, I'm making score on the Knicks.
Possibly. Possibly.
Come on, man. And you see how we can't easily get beat by Washington because we got easily beat by the Spurs and the Hornets with no problem.
Big shout out Matthew Carter. I ain't even see him in here. Big shout out to him. Michael James. Appreciate everybody in the chat. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. We could lose to the Washington Wizards. Brunson had to have 50 against them early in the season for us to beat them. And that was a nail biter, as they say. Like,
and hold on, let's not forget, you know, your man over there is giving them some attitude and some toughness. Marcus Smart. You see, he was going at it with your man Isaiah Stewart, like, nigga, I ain't the one. So that's what I mean by.
But Marcus Smart is there. Chris Middleton is there.
Right.
Malcolm Brogdon is still in that locker room. Right? Like, so them young niggas, they still got to figure out how to play basketball. But I just named 3 guys. I named a couple champions, I think, right? Chris Middleton, champion. Marcus Smart. Who else did I name? Brogdon. He's not a champion.
Brogdon.
But all vets, though. All vets. They're going to be all right.
So, right, but Fleet, and that's what I mean by us just, you know, we just love our Knicks so much that, like I said, man, it's just hard for us to fathom some things. It is hard to really say, you know, we ain't shit. And we got to go back to the drawing board. And to me, that's the part that people is failing to realize. I don't mind trying something and it don't work. This is the first time we tried something. Like I said, I don't mind that. I don't mind. Okay, we made the move for Cat. We got Bridges. We signed OG. Okay, cool. We were very excited. It didn't work. We got to go back to the drawing board. The only thing that I'm hopeful of is we still have a lot of pieces. We still have some draft picks that may not mean a lot, but we still have some things to where we can still make moves. Or, you know, now that we're not like the depleted bad Knicks that people made a joke of in fun of, the way we're not making the playoffs, we are kind of a little sexy now, to where maybe, you know, guys want to come here now. So, you know, like you said, we may be missing those 1 or 2 guys that's going to bring us some toughness and some scoring off the bench. So we may not have to blow it up, but we definitely have to make some moves. But for sure, you know, that bench, that whole bench has to go. Like, literally, get all of them out of here.
I'm watching PJ Tucker on the bench and just his facial expressions and all of that kind of stuff over the last 2 games. You could see that he's like, this team is lacking some will and wanting to play hard. You can see, and the plays that he's reacting to are plays that we just not giving any effort. 0 effort. None, man. Matter of fact, yeah, we done talking about them, man. I'm done talking about the Knicks for the night. We might have lost AllBall because he might have been done before me. He said, I'm out of here too. We appreciate everybody in the chat. Fabian was load managing today.
Sorry about that. You can hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, yeah. Listen, we finishing an hour on the dot. Sorry, I got a phone call that broke through. But yeah, Flea, we'll be on tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock. My brother Flea gonna be on there with me all afternoons with AllBall. Yep. Yeah. We're gonna react to some great topics. Like I said, we need y'all to tune in tomorrow, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. We will be live on YouTube. We're gonna respond and react to some great topics, some basketball topics. Just one I want to respond to, and I would love to get Flea opinion tomorrow about it, but I'm gonna just bring it up now. Just one I'm gonna give y'all. Now the new thing is Anthony Davis was in LeBron's way. Have you seen that, Flea?
Yeah, I did.
So we definitely gonna respond to that because I would love your opinion on that. But tomorrow we will be live 3 o'clock on YouTube, AllBall TV. Tough loss, tough night. Let's see what happens, Flea.
Love y'all, man. Big flea, never the little one. We out of here.
Everybody have a great night.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.